we're going to look now at where notebooks are stored, class notebooks are stored, and how they appear on your screen. So I'm going to close these two down, the template and this screen. One thing to point out is that sometimes I think if I click on one of these may be deleted notebooks and they still appear. It's an annoyance in Office 365 that sometimes when you delete things they're still there, but obviously they don't work when you click on them. These could be there. Let me just try. Yeah. Oh, that one was set up by one of the students, so that wasn't supposed to be, but happened when going through testing, so I need to look at why that is. So anyway, back to where I was. If I click on my OneDrive, I can manage my notebooks here, and I have a folder called Class Notebooks. Everything that is in that folder of mine will appear on my page. Now I've got just the one file, just the template. If I wanted to make a year 7 notebook, rather than go back through the create notebook process, I can just choose to copy this file. So I've selected it and I can choose copy to, and then go to my OneDrive, into my class notebooks, choose copy here, and I get a second version of template, which again I can rename, maybe year 7. So perhaps I could create a template for year 7, year 8, year 9, and then from that book, when I sort of populate the book with the pages for year 7, 8 and 9, then I can probably make a copy of that book for each individual set. It's as I said, quite an administrative nightmare and not a very, very quick task at all, but useful. So I've renamed that. So now I've got a year 7 template, and if I go back to my notebooks, class notebooks, and manage my notebooks, you should see, hopefully, fingers crossed, there we go, I have the year 7 notebook with all the topics, all the lessons in it. So that is a quick way of recreating notebooks, and if I click on it, open it up in OneNote, it just works as the template version does. So I've got no files in my welcome folder, nothing in the collaboration space, and nothing in the content library. I deleted it when I created the template. So the big point is to set up a template that is empty and then copy and paste what you want, rather than keep going through the create notebook and then having to delete things, or adding students or adding teachers and so on. So that was a quick way of doing that one. So I'm going to go back to my notebooks and I'm going to create a folder. So if I click on new and new folder, I might want to create just a year 7 folder and store my year 7 template book in the year 7 folder. So if I right click on it, I can choose move to. I don't want copy to because it would leave a year 7 version in here, so I want to move to, and then go to class notebooks, year 7, and move it there. The reason I've done that is this time when I go back to my class notebook and choose manage notebooks, you will notice that the year 7 notebook no longer appears. Okay, I've got some notebooks that aren't in the folder. That's because I've set these notebooks up elsewhere, and I've used the teacher, or I've placed the teacher as a teacher on those notebooks so they appear on the front page. However, if I store things in a folder, they go missing from the front page. That doesn't mean they can't be used. It doesn't mean that we can't access things or mark things. It might make it a little frustrating trying to find things. So it's better if all of your class notebooks are on the desktop, so they need to be in the class notebook folder. But again, if you're creating a lot of notebooks, this is going to fill up rather quickly, so it might be better if you're organized, and you can manage that and link with them offline. So you can change the way that the system works and they will appear back on your front page if you change it offline, but I shan't go into that just at the moment. But it would be useful as you're setting up your notebooks to have them in the particular areas that you want them. And obviously if you want them back on the front page, all you need to do is either move to or copy to. I'm going to choose copy to this time to put it back on the desktop. And remember, it is a copy, so if you make any changes in the year 7 one on the class notebooks folder, the desktop, it will not be reflected in the year 7 template. How you use that is up to you. So I'm going to copy it into class notebooks, go back to class notebooks, it appears there, I have a copy of it, and now when I choose to manage, it's not automatically updated, so if I go back to class notebooks, it should appear when I choose to manage the notebooks. So I've got my template and my year 7 group. So in short, it's a good idea to create just a very basic blank template that you can copy rather than keep going through. I wouldn't even put the tabs for lesson 1, lesson 2, topic 1, topic 2 in there. I would probably just put the homework one in there, or anything that you know will be in every single notebook you create for every single class. And then I would use the OneDrive to copy and paste or move items through to manage my notebooks. So we are at the point where we can create a notebook, a blank notebook, and where we can copy and paste new ones, and all we've got to do is think of the information that we want to go in the notebooks and add students and teachers to those notebooks.